Hey America, how you doing? This is Pastor Arnold. How are you all? This is those of you know me on YouTube. It's so good to see you on such a beautiful Monday, President Day. I'm back again to talk to you again, guys, because I just found another one. There's one thing ain't another. The devil's working very hard to destroy humanity, to make a mockery of God, Jehovah, and His Son, Jesus Christ. And guess what the devil's done this time? He done possessed the governor of Illinois. I repeat, the Democratic governor, excuse me, of Illinois. I just read an article not too long ago. Within the same time, within the same month, the other governor has signed into law for late-term abortion in New York. Y'all remember? I was very emotional about that. I can't be so emotional because my voice, I got a cold. Caught a cold for my grandbabies. I love my babies. But this thing gets me, I can't understand the intel of these people. This is what the great governor of the state of Illinois has decided to do as an introduction to murder. He has signed an executive order, remind you, an executive order to allow state workers of the state of Illinois to have late-term abortions beyond 20, unlimited weeks, unlimited, no restriction. Guys, we got a problem. And unless something is done, it's going to get worse. Already, the Democratic Party has launched their ethnic cleansing of innocent babies. Now, these babies are not just white, they're black, they're Hispanic, they're Chinese, they're brown. It don't matter, they're all races. And you know, I believe the Democratic Party is racist against all humanity. It's not just about one color. They're killing all babies. And they're following the footsteps of this demonic spirit called Planned Parenthood. They support, just like New York, they support Planned Parenthood. The Virginia governor support Planned Parenthood. How could you be yourself a representative of the people and you support a Nazi organization called Planned Parenthood? Planned Parenthood was designed to erase minority babies, which expands to all babies. Look up the history. Look up the history. Planned Parenthood must be destroyed, must be eliminated. It must be, the federal government is funding them, guys. Seek your congressman and woman and write letters, 2 million letters. Let them know you want government funding to cease on Planned Parenthood. Now, if they're Democrats, they're going to give you a song and dance. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to give you a song and dance. So this is what you do. You get their handpots out of there. One way or the other. Get them impeached, get them fired, get them out of there. Vote them out. Get them out. Get them out of there. I don't care what you do. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. Because they're not looking out for your people. They're not looking out for the welfare of all Americans. They're looking out for themselves. They don't care about the future lawyers, entrepreneurs. They don't care about the future farmers. They don't care about the future. There don't be no future for America if you're going to exterminate as many babies as possible. And they keep persuading so many young girls, little girls, if you're a teenager, stay the heck away from them. Because they're gonna persuade you, they're gonna get something pulled out of you, one way or the other. Whether you're pregnant or not, I don't care if you go there to check to see if you're pregnant. And no more they see you pregnant and they say you, well, they're going to say you're pregnant one way or the other. Even if you're not pregnant, they're going to go reach in there to get that money. Take the baby's head, take a tube stick, look like chop suits, and clamp down on the baby's head. Guys, we gotta fight for the rights of the unborn. There's an individual who, the moment it's conceived, is a citizen. The moment it's conceived in the heartbeat, I don't care what your governor said. I don't care what your Democratic president said, or I don't care what anybody said. The point of marriage, the moment that baby is conceived, is there. If you don't want a baby, if you weren't so interested in not having a baby, get your tubes tied. And you don't have to worry about extermination or anything like that. Get your tubes tied. The moment your tubes tied, you don't have to worry about conceiving anything. Your DNA will die with you. Abstaining is the best way, though. But the point of the matter is, we have to remove people, including myself. We got to get these guys out of here. If you got influence, if you know people, get involved with them to remove these workers of destruction. These workers of Satan do not care. And they call themselves Christians, don't believe the hype. They're not. They're not. If they're sitting in your church, set away from them. And you know them who they are, set away from them. The Bible said for us to be holy. Be holy. That means set apart. That means you want to separate yourself from the people of wickedness. Separate yourself from the lifestyle of wickedness. There's a lot of wickedness going on in America. We got a lot of wickedness going on in Washington. We got a lot of wickedness going on in the governor's house. We got a lot of wickedness going on in our house. It's time to take a stand, saints. It's time to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let's be real, guys. We're living in the last of the evil days. Revelation is being fulfilled before our eyes. I was about to say Isaiah, but the Bible's being fulfilled, guys. The Bible is being fulfilled. We got devil worshipers. You got the Bible being kicked out of school. No more prayers. You got, when we need prayer, look at all these shootings that are going on in school. Shootings going on around the country. I mean, look at our borders. Our borders are a mess. You got stuff bringing thugs, gangs, drugs across our borders. Why? Because we don't want to do right. Guys, we're all about building fences and living in nice neighborhoods and putting up nice walls and fences. Why can't we do it on our borders? You send me and my brothers and sisters to all over the world to protect our country, but yet we won't protect our border. Well, we got a real problem, America. I'm an African American, and I'm against abortion. I want secure borders. I want a border wall. I want opportunities. I want companies to come back to America. And I want this foolishness to end. You got some socialists in the Democratic Party that's wanting to turn this to a communist state. Everything they're doing is from the playbook of the socialists and the Bolshevik Revolution that was played out in Russia and China. China did not have a revolution. They had a civil war, but they had a communist side in the far west that was fighting the nationalist the Nationalist Party in the east. And that's which is now Taiwan. But they went out and stood up and talked the same promises. We're going to give you education. We're going to give you health care. We're going to give you free this and free medicine. But at the same time, they're going to take your land. They're going to take your businesses. They're going to take your freedom. Have y'all ever studied? It's going to become a party that's have a dictator that tells you who you vote for. And you better vote for him. I studied communism. I studied Karl Marx. I studied Lenin. If you don't have a grade big, I don't care how smart you are. You can miss one flunk of SAT, a test, standardized test, and guess what? You're a farmer for the rest of your life. Do you want to be like Venice? Let me tell you something. I met a lieutenant colonel who's a friend of mine, who's from Poland. Dude was serving in the Polish army during the Cold War under the Soviet Union, when the Soviet Union was big. Their average pay was less than $50 a month in American dollars, $50 a month for a lieutenant colonel. I make more money as an American PFC than a lieutenant, especially a lieutenant when I was a lieutenant, than a lieutenant colonel in the Polish army. People's Army. What makes you think it's going to be better for us under a socialist regime of the Democratic Party? Brothers and sisters, y'all better wake up. It's going to get worse. If you don't believe me, look at Venezuela. Hey, we got folks coming from Mexico trying to come over here. Mexico is a socialist country. I have a friend, when I went to civil affairs school, he's Canadian. Why would he come over to America? They got free health care in Canada. It's all about the have and have not. You have the opportunity to make it big in this country, but you won't have the opportunity to make it big anywhere else. There is no middle class. There's either one class or the other. Even in a communist regime, you're going to have the have and have not. The servant, the peasant that they have in Russia is still the same peasant up to today. Even under Stalin, people were living in poverty. So where is the equal pay, the equal, everybody's equal? Where is the ideology that proves everybody was living in an equal society? Everybody was treated equally, had the best of health care from the government. They had lived under a dictatorship with the government dictate to you what you can and can't have. You want free housing? Sure, we're going to put you in a cube room where you're going to have your 3 kids squeezed in. No bigger than your living room. That's it. That's your apartment. Ask any person who's from Russia or Ukraine who lived during that era. They'll tell you, we got the best. Our capitalism society is the best in the world. Trust me. We all have an opportunity to grow and make it big. Live in the house of our home of our dream. Choose, own our own fortune. In a society of socialism, don't believe the hype. I'm telling you for what I know. I tell you for what I studied. I've been studying this ever since I was 15 and preparing myself to serve in the military against the Soviet Union. Guys, ain't no joke. I'll be sharing some videos from the past and present about how to recruit somebody into accepting socialism and communism. You can hear the same rhetoric you're hearing today. If you think I'm lying, don't believe me, watch the video I'm going to share in the near future. But anyway, guys, let's stick together. Let's be against this abortion. Let's stop it. Let's stop it at the polls. Let's speak our word, speak our mind. Let the politician know that we don't approve of this. This is where we stand. Make a stand. Hey, if your church ain't doing it, do something. Hey, do it yourself. If your church won't take a stand, hey, maybe it's time to look for another church. That's the way it is. Anyway, I love you all. God bless you, and I thank you so much for watching. This is Pastor Antonio Arnold, signing off.